Hi, it's Stephen here from Sounds of a Nation Wave, and this is day 8 of the August early draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an Oracle card from the Scenes of the Witch Lammas Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. And we have the Hierophant. So it's a day of spiritual learning, spiritual teaching. We're getting some information and teaching that's helping us develop our spiritual path. So it could be reading something, listening to someone, watching something, talking with others, gaining experience from others. It could be sharing our own experiences. But it's all about developing our spiritual path and learning the things, the principles, the traditions that we think fit our path and will help guide us along our way. So it's that willingness to learn as well that comes in with this card. It's that ability and that willingness to recognize that we're always learning, we're always developing our spiritual path. It's evolving, it's changing as we evolve and change. And there may be principles and traditions that remain constant, but the way they're expressed in our lives can change and evolve and look different. The truths and the principles behind them remain the same, but the way that we live them out, the way that we express them can change. And that's okay. That's part of our spiritual development and maturity, that we undergo that process. And the teachableness is, part of that is to be willing to adapt and to change with it, and not to hold too rigidly to previous patterns that may have served us in the past but are no longer the correct framework for us now. We may need to adjust it a little or even a lot, depending on the changes that are right for us. But that willingness to adapt and change is all part of being teachable and learning and developing our spiritual path. And that's what this card is asking us to at least be willing and being open to doing, should it be necessary for our progression along our life journey. So let's always be looking to learn new things, new perspectives, new bits of information about our path and our spiritual identity. Let's always be open to greater awareness and be willing to adapt and evolve, just as we as individuals adapt and evolve through the passage of time. As we get to different stages in our lives and along our life path, we apply the things perhaps a little differently to what we used to. It doesn't change the core beliefs, the core principles that have been passed down to us that we've held and still believe in, but the way that we live them out and express them can change and evolve and expand into new areas that we didn't consider before, weren't ready for before, but now it's the time to enter into them. So let's be open, let's be teachable, and let's move forward. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Okay, here we go. Community service. Is there helping the community, feeding the community. The balm to your wounds lives in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. And often this teachableness, this learning that we have and then share with others is important, that we don't just hold on to it for ourselves. It's to be shared amongst the community around us that we choose to belong to. And maybe we can teach others and share with others the things that we're learning, and in turn we learn from other people as they share with us. So it's that communal kind of learning together and growing and evolving together in different ways, learning from each other, that's so important. And we need to be willing to do our part of that as an individual and as part of a community of connections with others. So that is today's message. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with day 9. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye bye.